Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You drive a very nice car. What do you do for a living?
IT recruitment.
IT recruitment.
Yep.
So you have a very lovely car. You've got a matte finish and everything done?
Yeah, it's a matte black finish.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Which model?
It's a Mustang GT 2020.
Awesome.
Yeah.
For my last job, I was a director. I was making a pretty good income, like over top 1% in Canada. I just had a promise to myself that at 30 years old, I wouldn't be an employee.
When did you come to Toronto?
2013. July 20. Yeah, around like mid 2013, I would say.
Acha. And how did you come to Toronto?
As an international student, so just
Acha.
picked out like a college course, computer programming, at one of the colleges, and just like joined here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was.
I'm assuming when you came, by the way, the engine is...
Oh, you feel it?
Yeah, I could feel it. It's roaring under my seat.
The first job I got it was all minimum wage jobs. The first one was takeout at a Sri Lankan takeout food stall.
Acha.
That was number one. Then it elevated to a grocery store, like at a Gujarati grocery store. That was number two. That was all like lifting sacks, like 40-pound, 30-pound sacks all day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. It was that. Then I started getting into it was like a shawarma store, like just takeout places. Then I got a security license.
Security
Security guard. Yeah, I got a license for that because it paid a little higher back then. Depending on the job and being young, could work as a bouncer at nightclubs. So I thought, okay, that'll be cool.
Okay, so you worked as a bouncer as well?
Yeah, that was like one whole summer.
By the way, just letting you know that this guy is a martial art expert. Martial art, should I say that? Or
Martial arts, yeah, jiu-jitsu, some kickboxing, but not an expert. I would say intermediate. Like it's just, I am good compared to the average person on the street for sure. But compared to the people I train with, I'm intermediate.
Pretty sure you're also going to teach me some tricks about jiu-jitsu, like 1-2 shots.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Okay, so we're gonna do that too.
Yeah.
The weather has gone very... It's going to...
Tech recruiting is a sales job. Most people consider it HR because in India, it's more of an HR type job.
Yeah.
Over here, it's a commission heavy sales job. And your success or failure depends on how you interpret the job, right? So if you see it as a sales job, you'll treat it like one, you'll do well.
Yeah.
So recruiting, when I joined there, these are big companies. They hire new grads. They have a good formal train. I mean, a formal training program, I wouldn't say like great, but a formal training program. And they'll pay you low money, but they'll give you a foot in the door. If you're really good in my industry, you go over to startups, newer recruiting companies, because for them, they don't have any existing clients already. So the person who brings the client in is of high value.
Right.
So you're paid more per deal. So that's
Exactly. This is a very important point. If you are looking for a job, always go for smaller businesses instead of targeting for a long...
I've always believed that. Yeah, I saw that in India. I worked in IT for 15 months, and I worked for a big company, Wipro. But then within that, I saw some people who had started at small companies and come over here. They were the guys getting promoted fast.
Yeah.
Like people who come from small companies learn the whole business.
Yes.
They don't just learn the one division you're in, right?
Exactly.
That's in any company. I was in a big company starting there. They were the second biggest recruiting company in Canada. Now they're the biggest. They did well. Hey, they trained me well. I made money from my first month. I realized I was really scared. My first 2 weeks in training, I'm sitting there. There was like another Indian lady. She was a little bit older, like an older sister to me. I remember, and she's like, "Hey Neha, do you think I'll do well in this business?" She's like, "Don't worry, I know how you talk. You'll do well." Okay. And I'm scared, right? But within month 1, I make my first deal.
Yeah.
Month 2, I make 3 deals.
And can you tell me, like, one deal means how much money did you make from the first store?
Money made is different because it depends on commission plan.
Yeah.
The commission plan's obviously lower there, so a few $100s, right?
Okay.
But what was more important, the average recruiter makes 2 deals a month.
Okay.
I made 3 in my second month.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this is easy.
This is easy.
And then there was a situation where I was just on the phone talking to someone, like a client, and just a natural conversation. And I see the director just looking across and just keeps looking at me, and he just goes, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty good at this apparently. This works out.
When you started off, how did your income grow over the period of time? Was it like, because it was commission based mostly, that is why?
Yeah.
That is why?
Started off low. It was a $30,000 base. I intentionally went for that. I wanted companies paying less base, but more per deal in commission.
Per deal in commission.
So I started with a $30,000 base. And for all the people who go, Toronto's an expensive city to live in. That was $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
I think after tax. I was still saving $700 every month. for the first 2 months when I had no commissions coming in. And I was not living with roommates. I was living by myself. And at some point I even got a car. And I was still able to save money. So it's like, if you go, it's too expensive, we cannot save money. Yeah, please. Like,
I'm glad you touched on this topic because the last video I literally made why Toronto is the best city to live in Canada.
Put it this way, why is it expensive? Why is it expensive? Because everyone wants to be here. Why does everyone want to be here? Because the most amount of opportunities are here. Right? So it's the risk. So if you want to have a middle class job and be safe and save some money, go out and live in a smaller city. I'm telling you right now, the way the world, the economy works, etc., that's a failing plan. Might as well take a risk, go big. If you want to go big, you want to be close to the downtown core. There's a reason I haven't left downtown. I could probably buy a bigger house than the condo that I have right now, right?
Absolutely.
But all the opportunity, all the activity is downtown. You want to be within that proximity.
Initially, you were getting the base salary of $30,000 and everything.
Commission slowly went up.
Commissions went up.
I joined in February. I remember by September, I was making, $8,000 a month, which is on pace to make 6 figures a year. Back then, I thought 6 figures would be like a dream income for me.
Okay, so by what age were you able to make $8,000 per month?
26.
26.
Yeah, 26.
At the age of 26, he was already making $8,000 per month. And that is when you were already working for somebody.
Yeah, it was a job.
So when did you start your business?
2 years ago. It's not fully a business per se. So how do you put it? It's self-employed, right?
Self-employed,
But self-employed. Okay, what I do right now...
Would you say it's something similar to how real estate agents are?
Exactly how real estate agents are. I just had a promise to myself that at 30 years old, I wouldn't be an employee. And that was always a promise I made to myself. And I turned 30. So in 2 months, I quit. Well, not 2 months, 5 months. I quit the right way, which is whatever wasn't performing on my team, I got rid of it. I hired new people, set up processes, trained up a couple of solid people, trained my successor, right, to take over my position. So I did it the right way. Because I am in recruiting and I am in the business of people changing jobs. I say this to every single person I get an offer for, and they have to quit from their current role. Their current position is not my client. They don't even know my name. They have nothing to do to me. But I do it right for my clients, which my candidates, which is I tell them, listen, when you leave, managers are used to people coming and going. That's very normal. That doesn't upset them. Their fear is, does my project get backlogged? Do I miss deadlines?
Sales,
right? Is the team going to? This person was responsible for so much. If he goes, no one here knows that much. So fix those problems for them before you leave, right?
Also, it's a very important part, because you're talking about industry which people have not really heard of. Generally, people coming from Canada to Canada, unko nahi pata ki that they can get into. Nobody knows.
I didn't know about it. I was just looking for a job.
If somebody who's looking at this video, what should somebody prepare to get into sales or IT recruitment? What could be the best?
Sales, when I hire salespeople, and I've had a lot of people without experience, right? I look for personality traits more than a degree or education. There's no education for these jobs. This is a people business. So if you're looking at a people business, you're looking at personality, attitude, right? I would say slightly above average intelligence. You don't need to be a genius. You don't even need to be considered smart. Above average.
So what do you mean by slightly above average intelligence?
Overall, just IQ, aptitude, just above the average person you'll meet, right? Which is very common. If you have a university degree or a college degree, you're above average, I would say. Number 2 is a strong work ethic. Number 3, very coachable, willing to learn. If you have those 3 things on you, and you have to be competitive. It is a competitive industry. But I will also say this, you should not be competitive forever.
So what would you say, people who are watching this probably want to get into this, what could be the base amount of money that they could be making from getting started, either working for somebody?
The average job, the average big company that hires you, like the place I got a job at, I think they pay anywhere from 45 to 60K base. Overall, you'll make 60, 70,000. And that's something you have to remember. Sales, I'm making so much money. Some people make a lot of money because it's a scalable industry. But not everyone scales. So take real estate, because everyone knows realtors. Realtors don't make a lot of money. Very few realtors do.
Very few realtors. I think sales job mein sabse best baat kya hai ki that you are always hungry for more, and there is an opportunity that you can
put it this way
achieve.
If you are hungry for more, there's always opportunity.
There is always
but the truth is, and nothing wrong, people have priorities. I've seen people get to 200K and say, okay, I'm happy here. They relax. They get to 400, they say, I'm happy here. All power to you.
So that is why it is important to think कि if you're planning to come here, you want to have a very successful lifestyle, dream lifestyle, तो सबसे पहले अपने skill पे work करो. Sales is one of the biggest skill which is also very underrated, and it is the most paying skill out there. Are you going to teach us how to do jiu-jitsu?
Basics, I guess. I guess to get to the back of a person. The best move I would say is if someone's bigger than you. That's the whole concept. Like fighting a person smaller than you, untrained, easy, right? You go for the back.
Okay.
That's one of the street situation. If I had to guess, that's the best situation you do. If I have to do it full speed, I'll go here, here, right, and then choke whatever.
How do you get person like down on the ground?
Down on the ground, a lot of ways. So it's tripping. So the way you do it, get the person to the ground. You have to get your hip, connect with their hip.
Okay.
Your hip lower than theirs, and then it's just a pop.
Okay.
So if I have to do it, so if I get an underhook, for example, this is what you do. I get it lower. Right? So, and then you can do it a little more aggressively, which is just one. Right? So, whatever industry you're in, pick something you're passionate about. Never pick anything for the money. Come in if you think this is a skill set that naturally you're good at, and then work on being the best. Improve your skills.
Yeah.
If you're the best at anything, I will tell you my life right now, I will never have to look for a job in my life. I can be very honest about it.
Exactly.
Right?
If somebody watching this video want to approach you, how they can do that?
Yeah, you can connect with me on Instagram. It's the Khan T dot, so TheKhanTdot. That would be the best way, I would say.
All right, guys, I hope you got some value. Take care, God bless, and see you in the next video.